Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? My name is Olivia Chuku. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing great. So today we are going to talk about the things that people do to make their relationship very difficult. What are the things that people do to make their relationship not being comfortable enough for them to be in? Number one, they have so much expectations. When they enter into a relationship, they have a long list on what they expect from their partner. And this creates so much tension in the relationship because they always expect perfection from their partner. You see them when their partner is not meeting up to that expectations, they are always in that mood of complaining, always in that mood of quarrel, always in that mood of arguments, and that will make their partner to be uncomfortable. Sometimes you see the relationship, it will not even last for 1 month, and every time you'll be asking yourself, what is that my relationship is not lasting for 1 month? Meanwhile, you are the one that put yourself in that spot of expecting what you have in your head that is not sometimes doable. Even if you expect something in a relationship, you have to give it time. You have to grow with the relationship. You have to grow with your partner so that two of you will know your do's and your don'ts. Too much expectations makes relationships uncomfortable, makes relationships not to last long. Number two, they judge too quickly. You can imagine when you're in a relationship that every time your partner is always judging every of your step. I don't think even a dummy would like that kind of relationship because nobody likes to be judged, let alone of every step you make. Nobody wants to be judged. Even if you want to judge your partner, there are so many ways you can judge your partner. For instance, when your partner does something that you don't like, you should be able to call your partner, like you people will sit like an adult and talk about it one-on-one. But when you are always like, when your partner is doing this, and even if the partner is not getting it right, you are always there to judge, like, this thing, don't you know that you're supposed to do it like this? This thing, you should do it like this, don't do it like that. Like, in that insultive and in that judgmental tone, like, there is no relationship that will last with that kind of always being in that toxic judgmental mood. It's not possible. You see that every time you guys are always having issues. Please, if you're among the people that are always judging people, please try and change. Because sometimes you even judge your partner, you carry that judgment to outside, and another person, somebody outside might not take it. So please, let us try and see that we change. Let us try to see that we are not in that judgmental mood all the time. Number three, lack of communication. We have talked so much about communication that people should understand that communication is one of the greatest tools in every healthy relationship. Like, when you lack communication in your relationship, I don't think that any relationship can last with that. If you are the type that you don't have that time to communicate with your partner all the time, you don't have that one-on-one time with your partner, you are always busy in that relationship, like you don't have time for that relationship, I don't think that any relationship will last with that, because you will see yourself not having that time for you guys to relate, not having that time for you people to think and put your heads together to see where the relationship is going to. If you are not communicating, how will you want your relationship to move? How will you want your relationship to flourish? How will you know that if this relationship has a future, or is it something that is just situationship like we talked about in our topics? So you should learn how to communicate in a relationship. If there is no communication, Honestly, there is no relationship. Please let us try as much as possible to see that we communicate often in our relationship. It's very, very necessary. Number 4, they don't like to do things together. How can you be in a relationship and you don't like to do things together? Like, which type of relationship is that? You don't have time for your partner to play games, to laugh together, to watch documentaries, to watch Netflix, to watch even YouTube. Like, you guys are always busy for each other. There is nothing you people do in common. You cannot even cook together. You cannot sit and enjoy yourself talking, even if you guys are talking rubbish. Like, you enjoy the rubbish together. Like, if you are that partner that is always claiming to be busy, like you like to be alone, you are, some people, they will just claim like they like to be on their own. Like, why are you in a relationship? Why are you making it difficult for the other person? If you are the type that wants to be alone, you as well be alone. You can be like that a lone person. Like, how can you be in a relationship and you don't express yourself? Like, you don't do things together, you don't go out with your partner, you don't go to games, go to dinner, go to dates with your partner. It's wrong. Please, it's necessary for you to change, because this life is just short. Like, try as much as possible to enjoy the relationship. When you are in a relationship, especially healthy relationship, you see that you are always happy. Honestly. Number 5, selfishness. Selfishness. Like, when I say selfishness, is common. Selfishness is so common in some relationship. Like, they are always thinking about themselves. Like, they don't even think about their partner. They believe that all the material gifts should come from one side. Like, they don't even buy gifts. They don't even consider, even when they are buying some things for themselves, they should remember that, okay, that I am in a relationship, let me even get this small gift. They are always there to collect. Some people are collecting ministry. Some people, they have turned to ushers, like people that used to collect offering in a relationship. Like, seriously, let us try and change. Don't be that selfish person that is always there to collect. Like, you don't even consider so many things. Like, for instance, like, even when your partner say, oh, I don't have, always be there to understand that, okay, this person doesn't have. Don't be like, you are claiming that you don't have. Meanwhile, I saw you buying this, I saw you doing this, I saw you do you know the person has priorities also? Like, you should learn how to share. Some people, they don't even know how to share in any relationship. They are always, this is my own. Like, and you are praying that the relationship should move to the future, and meanwhile, you are not there to share. If you see 1 or 2 things that you are doing in your relationship in this topic, please try and change. Number 6, blame your partner all the time. Why won't you blame your partner? Because you have already put yourself in that spot of, you want to get this, you want to get that from your partner. Your partner is not meeting to that your expectation. You will always find a way of blaming your partner. You always see fault. You always be there to find one issue or the other. And when your partner is not meeting up to that your expectation, you see yourself putting blames. And what does this result? Sometimes it results lack of trust. And when you are not trusting your partner, what are you doing in that relationship? When you are there to blame and you don't trust, you are not satisfied. You are not always satisfied in that relationship. You are not always satisfied with what that person is doing. What are you doing in the relationship? So let's try as much as possible to learn not to always put blames. And when you're putting blame, check yourself. If the person is equally putting blames all the time in everything you're doing, are you going to be happy? So let's try as much as possible not to be blaming one another. I am always praying that all of us should be in a healthy relationship, because when you are in a healthy relationship, you see yourself always happy. Let us try to see that we are in a healthy relationship. And so that is where we are going to come to the end of this topic. I hope you learned something from this topic. Please know that all of us are learning together. Nobody is above learning. Please like, share, subscribe. Subscription is just free. Please subscribe to my channel and tell your friends and family to check out my channel. I love you guys. Bye.